everyone, welcome to what may be my biggest haul yet. I think I have 28 books to share with you guys. So yeah, this is going to be a lengthy video, so sit back, get a snack, get a drink, whatever you want to do, because there's a lot of books and yeah, let's get on to it. 28 books. So naturally, I've split these books up into 3 different parts. The first one, I'm going to talk about books I've bought. The next one, I'm going to talk about books I've gotten in book boxes. And the last part, I'm going to talk about books that I've received for review, whether they be ARCs or the publishers just sent them to me. So, like I said, I'm going to start with the books I bought first and foremost. And those are not a lot. Like, I only bought like 7 books this month because I am so lucky that I'm afforded the opportunity to get book boxes and publishers send me books. So that is amazing. The first book I bought is the April release, and that is Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. I have a review up for this one if you want to see it. This is an adorable You've Got Mail retelling in a town of California, and it's so adorable. I'm not going to tell you much more about that because that's all you really need to know going into this book is You've Got Mail, and I definitely think it is one of the best You've Got Mail retellings, honestly, because there are a lot of books that have the claim of You've Got Mail. I really feel like this one really delivered with it, and I really felt like it handled it really well. Overall, an adorable, amazing read. I highly recommend it. Watch my review if you want to learn more. Also, I should mention that 90% of these books in this video are contemporary books, so just so you know. The next book I bought is Fireworks by Katie Kadono. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but this cover, it's not one of my favorite covers, but it's interesting because on the end papers, they even have like Polaroids. This book, I bought it specifically because it takes place in the 90s, and I'm such a 90s junkie, it's not even funny. And it takes place more in the 90s, like Orlando region, where it's all about the claim, where it was the rise of boy bands like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, yes. That is me. This is all about 2 girls, Olivia and Dana, and Olivia is going to Orlando to try out, be in this girl group, and Dana actually gets discovered as well. So it's all about them and their adventures when it comes to that and going into this like girl singing group, and it just sounds like a perfect quintessential summer read for sure. The next book I bought because Kristen over at Super Space Chick was talking about it a ton, and she recommended this as a great contemporary, and I love good contemporary, and that is Shuffle Repeat by Jen Klein, about Oliver and June, which I love those names, so adorable, and they are forced to like ride together to school every single day. Oliver has to pick up June every single day, and I think they talk about like their playlist, and they talk about things on their car ride, and that's all I know about it. I don't know too much going into contemporaries, and I'm 100% okay with that because I just want to enjoy the cute contemporary ride that it is. Like I said, Kristen recommended this a ton, so I definitely trust her recommendation, and I'm hoping this is gonna be just as adorable. The next book I bought is Everything Everything by Nicola Youre. I have already read this, or actually listened to this a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was high time for me to pick up a copy because this is going to be a movie in a few weeks, which is insane. Like, I like the trailer. I don't love it. I feel like it gives the whole book away, but a lot of trailers that happens to, but I'm still interested in seeing it because overall this book is adorable. If you don't know anything about this book, this is about a girl who is pretty much allergic to the world, so her mom kind of keeps her inside the house and she never really goes out, and a cute boy named Ollie moves in next door and they start talking and things like that, and it is overall an adorable read, one of my favorite contemporaries. I'll say I do love Nicola Youre's other book, The Sun Is Also a Star More. That is my favorite book by hers, but everyone has different opinions when it comes to that. Some people love this one more, some people love the other one more. I love both of her books, honestly. Like, she is an auto-buy author for me for sure from now on. And the last 2 books I bought are psychological thrillers, which is kind of out of my element, but I'm getting more into them. Got them both by the same author, and that is The Good Girl and Don't You Cry by Mary Kubica. I've been watching a ton of books on Lala's channel, and she talks a lot about Mary Kubica. I think she talks more about Don't You Cry. She didn't love this one as much, but I thought, why not test the waters and try out both? I'm always interested in a decent psychological thriller if it's not too scary because I'm such a wimp. This one, I believe, is all about a girl that disappears from her apartment, and her roommate goes on the search for her and finds things, obviously, that are mysterious and alluring and things like that, so that intrigues me. And this one is all about a girl that goes to meet up with her on-again, off-again boyfriend in a bar, and he doesn't show up, so she goes home with like this perfect stranger, and he's supposed to kidnap her and deliver her to these people, but he doesn't. He kind of keeps her kind of safe, I guess, in his like cabin in the woods or something like that, and so it's all about that and about her mom and other people trying to find her. So both very, very intriguing. I'm definitely interested to see if I like Mary Kubica's writing or not. Moving on to the books I got in book boxes. There is quite a number of these, so let's just dive right in. The first one I actually got in my March Fairy Loot box, so I got it kind of towards the end of the month, and that is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. let's just talk about this cover. It is freaking stunning. It's got blue end papers. The back is beautiful. Everything about this book is beautiful. I have yet to read a Laini Taylor book. I know. She's wildly popular. This one is all about this place called Weep. This one boy is on a mission to find this mythological place, and it's about his journey to get to it. And that's all I know about it, and I've heard it's confusing, but everyone that has read this said it's beautiful. That Laini Taylor's writing is just phenomenal. So I definitely want to get into this, and I think I'm going to start out with this one with Laini Taylor. So yeah, if you've read this one, let me know. Was it amazing? Because I've been hearing amazing things about it. The next book came in my Outcrate box, and that is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I'm super excited to read this book. This is all about a girl that has unrequited love, and she's on a mission to get this really, really cute boy to kiss her, but then she maybe is having feelings for her coworker that she shouldn't be having feelings for. That's all I really know about it. It just sounds overall adorable. She also wrote Simon versus the Homo sapiens Agenda, which I still have yet to read and I need to, but like I said, I've been hearing nothing but tons of adorable, gushy things about this book. You bet I'm going to read this in June. Like, this is happening. The next book I have came in my Outcrate Junior box, and that is The Star Thief by Lindsay Becker. This is a middle grade book. I think it's pretty much about the title, A Star Thief. I don't know too much about it. I probably won't read it if I'm honest with you. I usually give all of my middle grade books to my nephew because he really enjoys them, and he's definitely interested in this one, so I will be passing this on to him. But the cover is beautiful, and I love the overall theme of Outcrate Junior, but this one does sound interesting. It's all about a star thief, and like, she's writing like almost like a constellation, which sounds adorable. Sorry if I'm going super fast with these, but there's 28 books. I can't spend too much time on a particular one. Next book I got my Cozy Reader Club unboxing, and that is Missy by Kate Everland. The cover of this one, again, the spine. I'm living for this spine. It is beautiful. This is a quintessential chick lit. It's about like a chance meeting between Gus and Tess, and it's all about their like goes into the future with their years and how they almost met but didn't meet. I'm not too sure about it. Like I said, with chick lit and contemporary, the less I know, the better, because I just want to go into it. But a lot of people compare it to One Day by, I forget who, but it just sounds adorable, and I really can't wait to read this because I love a good chick lit book. The next book I got in my Once Upon a YA book club box, and that is The Hidden Memory of Objects by Danielle Mages Amato. This book is all about a girl that's brother has committed suicide, but she doesn't believe he's committed suicide, and she's really into like found objects, into making collages. So she starts to collect materials that her brother has had in his room and kind of piece together the mystery of why he died, or if he killed himself, or things like that. It sounds like a very, very intriguing premise, and I haven't heard anything about this book, if I'm honest with you, but I'm intrigued by that. Like, it sounds like almost like a psychological thriller with like an artsy twist, if you will. I don't know. The next book I got in my book box, which I did not do an unboxing for because it was a crazy time at the beginning of the month with my son being sick, but that is Every Wild Heart by Meg Donahue. This is all, I don't even know what this is about, if I'm honest with you. It's about a radio personality named Gail, and I think it has to do a lot with her mother, and they start reconnecting, but I love the idea that it's about a radio personality because I don't know about you, but I like listening to the radio and hearing radio personalities and wondering how their life is and what they do and things like that. So the cover is really, really adorable. I think this is a mother-daughter book, which is gonna make me cry probably a lot. And the last book I got in a book box, well, a book box sent it to me, I guess you could say, and that is Looking for Group by Rory Harrison. The literary box sent this to me, and this one sounds so insanely familiar, it is ridiculous. This is about a boy named Dylan who doesn't leave his house much. He has had cancer, but he is in remission for that. He only kind of finds solace with playing World of Warcraft, which the reason it sounds so familiar to me because that is my brother. That is literally my younger brother. My younger brother had cancer when he was around 10 or 11, and he's in remission now, but he loves World of Warcraft, and that's all he plays. He has a YouTube channel where he streams it. He's obsessed with it. So when I read the synopsis of this, I was like, my brother, is that you? Are you in this book? It's all about that. I think it's all about his journey. He meets this girl in Warcraft, and they kind of go on this journey together, and it's about his problems at home, his mom not treating him so well, but just the first two things, like the cancer remission and the World of Warcraft, makes me think of my brother insanely a lot. Moving on to the books I got sent for review. There's a lot of them. So thank you so much to all the publishers who sent me these books. This means so much to me that you took the time and want me to review your books. I'm so lucky publishers sent me these books, like so lucky. So unfortunately, because there's so many of them, I'm gonna have to go through them kind of quickly. The first two I'm gonna talk about very briefly because I've done reviews on both of these books, like certain targeted videos towards it, and that is The One Memory of Flora Banks. This is all about a girl named Flora who has her memory resets itself every 7 to 8 minutes. I've done a video on it, like The One Memory I'll Never Forget, so definitely check it out. This was overall an average read for me. It wasn't super amazing, but it was interesting. It is Kill All Happies by Rachel Kahn. I did a video of delicious reads, books that make you hungry, which there's so many books that do. This book was not one of my favorite books, I'm honest with you. It's all about this epic graduation party, and it was overall just kind of, so the premise of it overall is interesting, but like I said, not one of my favorites. Next up, Bloomsbury so kindly sent me a finished copy of The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. I am so excited for this one. This one comes out at the end of May or mid-May, and this book sounds so good. It's about a girl named Lucy who has everything really going good for her life. She has a great family, she has a great boyfriend, she's captain of her swim team, and then her mom's cancer comes back. So instead of going to this Bible camp that she always goes to every summer, she goes to a camp for troubled teens. It's all about her struggling with her faith and, you know, questioning God of why her mom has cancer again and things like that. She is a pastor's kid. And it sounds really interesting. I am wary of the fact that it is going to talk about religion because I am religious. I just want to throw that out there. But I've heard so many amazing things about this book. How it's heart-wrenching, how it's just guts your heart out. So I am very intrigued by this. And I do enjoy Emery Lord's books. They're not my favorites, but I have a feeling I'm going to love this book and it's going to rip me to shreds. I definitely plan to read this in May. The next book, a gallery book sent to me, and that is Close Enough to Touch by Colleen Oakley. This cover is so beautiful. Even on the inside, it has bicycles. So adorable. This, again, is about a woman that's pretty much allergic to humans, I think, and she lives with her mom, and her mom dies, so she suddenly has to go out into the world, and so she gets a job at the local library, and she meets a guy, and he is coming here with a failed marriage, and he has a son, and he also has an adopted son, I believe. And I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Like, every review I've read has either given it a 4 or 5 stars. So I am excited. Like, summertime is the time for contemporary and everything chick lit. The next book Swoon Reed sent to me, and that is Queens of Geek by Jen Wild. The cover, again, oh, I love this cover. This is 2 love stories with 3 friends, it says. It's all about these 3 friends that are going to this Comic-Con thing. I think it's called SuperCon. And I think one's a vlogger, and it's all about their love story, and I know this has LGBTQ in it, so that's awesome, but again, I've heard a lot of cute things about this book. The next book St. Martin's Press sent to me, and that is You're the One That I Want by Giovanna Fletcher. I have no clue about this book, honestly. I think it's about a woman that's like at the altar about to marry the love of her life, or so she thinks, but she's also kind of in love with the best man, so definitely got a love triangle for sure. But I've heard a ton about Giovanna Fletcher. I think she was like an Instagrammer or a vlogger at some point. She's an actress and a freelance journalist who blogs for Hello Online. Okay, interesting. And she's married to someone from the band McFly. I do not know, but either way, I've heard a lot of good things about this book. Like a lot of people say, it is the perfect chick lit read and British chick lit read, I believe, so even better. You guys know I love Sophie Kinsella, so super excited for this one. The next 2 books Scholastic sent to me, and that is Everland and Umberland, both by Wendy Spinell. These are like retellings. The first one I think is a retelling of Peter Pan, and then in the second book we get into like kind of a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. I am always up for a good retelling. This one I've heard not a lot of things about, but the covers freaking stunning, and I mean Peter Pan and then Alice in Wonderland, like I'm there. Like, let's do this. I'm excited to read these. The next one Delacorte Press sent to me, and that is What to Say Next by Julie Buxbaum. I read her first book, Tell Me 3 Things, earlier this year, and I did enjoy it. This one is all about 2 unlikely friends that sit together at the table, and so they're trying to figure out, honestly, like, why her father died. I don't know, but it sounds like a cute contemporary read, and this one doesn't come out till, I want to say, like, July, so yay, excited for arcs and amazing things. Another arc that Dutton sent to me is Sweet Spot by Amy Edinger. This is an ice cream binge across America. It's almost like a nonfiction book, if you will. It's about this author going to all across the country and like researching ice cream and the history and things like that. So pretty awesome. This book Soho Teen sent to me. Sorry, I'm running out of time here. I have to leave my house like in 5 minutes. So this is called Unearthly Things, and this is like a retelling, a darker retelling of Jane Eyre. It's all about this girl who moves to San Francisco to live with the Rochesters, only things aren't going as planned. Like she's hearing screaming from the attic, she's hearing all these other things, so intriguing, that is for sure. I've yet to read Jane Eyre. I'm horrible, I know. The next two books, Point Book sent to me, and that is Kill the Boy Band and No Good Deed by Goldie Moldavsky. Oh, sorry. This one I've heard a lot of things about. This is all about these girls that accidentally like kidnap a boy band, which that sounds pretty interesting. And this is the new one that's coming out, and this is called No Good Deed. This is all about like a teen activist camp where like it's like a contest of who can like be the best activist, and it sounds really interesting. So I'm more excited, I think, to pick out this one because I've heard a lot of things about it. Last book Little Brown sent to me, and that is The Hearts We Sold. This is kind of a darker like book. It's all about this girl who pretty much literally sells her heart so she can get out of the horrible house that she lives in. But she's learning once you sell your heart, you're gonna have consequences. So I can imagine. So that was my insane April book haul. Like, oh goodness, it's a lot. It's a lot of books. Thank you so much to the book boxes who sent me their boxes. Thank you to the publisher who sent me books, and just thank you. I'm so appreciative, and I'm so excited for every single one of these books. Like, my TBR pile is getting bigger by the minute. If you have heard of any of these books, please let me know in the comments down below what you liked, what you didn't like. Help me out with my TBR pile, seriously. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe to see 3 bookish videos from me every single week. I will see you in my next video, and sorry for the length of this one, but hauls sometimes are huge. Bye, guys.